Two smartphones which were released towards the end of 2014 created a huge buzz in the Indian mobile market. The Eureka and the Xiaomi Redmi Note. Both these smartphones offer great specs at an affordable price point. Hello guys, this is Nirmal here for Technique and this is the detailed review of Eureka with the Xiaomi Redmi Note. Before we go into the detailed review, let's first have a quick rundown on the specs of these two smartphones. So moving on to the detailed review, let's first have a quick comparison of the design and build quality of these two smartphones. Design wise, they look very similar with similar dimensions and also design and build quality. The Eureka at 155 grams is much lighter than the Xiaomi Redmi Note at 185 grams. Design wise, they offer pretty good build quality and they look very similar. With good design and build quality, what separates them is the materials used. The Eureka has a matte finish back panel while the Xiaomi Redmi Note has a glossy plastic finish which can be slippery at times. So all in all, we would say the build quality on the Eureka is slightly better than the Redmi Note because of the matte finish. At 30 grams lighter than the Xiaomi Redmi Note, the Eureka is much better device to use and handle since it feels a lot lighter for a 5.5-inch device. Although both these devices have similar hardware buttons and functionalities, they have different placement. The Eureka has the power button on the right side while the volume rocker key is on the left side. While on the other hand, the Xiaomi Redmi Note has the power and the volume keys on the right side. The 3.5mm audio jack sits on the top while the micro USB charging slot along with the microphones is placed at the bottom for both these devices. On the rear panel, you can see the 13 megapixel camera and along with LED flash. The speakers are located at the bottom for both these devices. So in the design and build quality, the winner is the Eureka. Now moving on to the display, both these smartphones have the 5.5-inch HD IPS display which has a resolution of 1280 by 720p with a pixel density of 267 ppi. Also, both these devices have the Corning Gorilla Glass 3 protection. In the display aspect, the Eureka is better in terms of the viewing angle, contrast and the color reproduction. Another issue with the Redmi Note display is that it is highly reflective and it's not really suited for sunlight readability. The touch response on both these devices are really good and we didn't have any issues. But for the overall performance, we would put the Eureka ahead of the Redmi Note in terms of the display. Now moving on to the software and performance. The Eureka and the Xiaomi Redmi Note both come with Android 4.4 KitKat and has custom UI. While the Eureka runs CyanogenOS, which is highly customizable, the Redmi Note runs Xiaomi's MIUI version 5. Both these smartphones will be upgradable to Lollipop according to the company. Talking about software experience, the Eureka runs CyanogenOS 11.0 on top of Android 4.4 and does offer lots of options. You can see the UI has a core Android feel but does have lots of customizations when compared to the core Android. It offers lots of additional features and functions which is not available in core Android. Overall, the performance is really slick and fast. There is no issue whatsoever in the overall performance. The Eureka runs Snapdragon 615 octa-core processor with 2GB RAM and 16GB internal storage. With 16GB internal storage, you won't have any issues with installing apps, games and other stuff. You can also expand the storage via microSD card. The phone supports dual SIM card and also has support for 4G LTE. On the gaming aspect, the Eureka is a really good performer, but the main issue with the Eureka is heating, which is considerable when compared to other smartphones in this price point because of the octa-core processor in the device. The Snapdragon 615 octa-core processor does heat a lot when you play heavy games. Now talking about Xiaomi Redmi Note, this runs Android 4.4. On top of that, it has the custom MIUI version 5.0. As we already said, MIUI is highly customizable and it has a totally different look when compared to the core Android. This phone comes with Snapdragon 400 quad-core processor with 2GB RAM and 8GB internal storage. The main issue with the internal storage is that even though you can expand the storage via microSD card, the apps cannot be installed on the microSD card. So you are limited with 6GB internal storage which is available in the first boot. Software wise, the UI offers lots of features. It's a custom UI. The overall performance on the Xiaomi Redmi Note was really good and we didn't have any lag or other issues. The gaming performance of the device is also pretty good, but it may not match up with the 615 octa-core processor from the Snapdragon on the UU-Reka. But having said that, there is no heating issue on the Snapdragon 400 quad-core processor in the Xiaomi Redmi Note. The Xiaomi Redmi Note also supports 4G LTE in India, but it does come with only single SIM card. So in the software aspect, it's a personal choice on whether you want the CyanogenOS or the MIUI from Xiaomi. There are a couple of things where the UU-Reka wins over the Redmi Note. First is the gaming experience, which has a octa-core processor. Second is that it has dual SIM card support, while the Redmi Note has only single SIM card support. Now moving on to the camera on these two smartphones, both the phones comes with a 13 megapixel rear camera with single LED flash. With respect to the interface, both these smartphones have custom interface and offers lots of options like modes and other features. Both these phones have the capability to record videos in 1080p. Now with respect to the imaging capabilities, we already done a detailed comparison of these two cameras on our YouTube channel, and you can see that video from the description. Now comparing the photos and video taken using these two phones, we would say that the UU-Reka wins here because of the better color quality and overall clarity of the photos. Also, Xiaomi Redmi Note has an issue with focusing. So in the overall camera capabilities, the UU-Reka wins over the Xiaomi Redmi Note, although both these phones have the 13 megapixel camera. Now moving on to the battery performance of these two smartphones, the UU-Reka comes with a 2500 mAh battery, while the Redmi Note has a 3100 mAh battery. With the higher battery capacity, the Redmi Note wins the battery battle with better performance when we test it for video playback, browsing, the calls, social networking apps, and also video playback. Now we have compared various aspects including the design, build quality, display, camera, software, performance, and also the battery life. So the area where the UU-Reka wins is better design and build, the display, and camera performance, and the Redmi Note is better in terms of the overall battery and also the software experience. Now to conclude, which is the better smartphone to buy? The UU-Reka is priced at 8,999 while the Redmi Note 4G is priced at 9,999. And both these devices are available only via flash sale. Getting either of these devices is a bit of a difficult task as these two devices are available only online, although the Redmi Note 4G is also available in Airtel 4G stores. Having said that, the UU-Reka sells only 10 to 15,000 devices a week, while on the other hand, the Redmi Note sells around 40 to 50k. Based on the number of devices sold every week, the Xiaomi Redmi Note is easier to get than the UU-Reka. So that was a detailed review of the UU-Reka with the Xiaomi Redmi Note. Hope you liked this video. If you have any questions on this review, just drop a comment and we'll be glad to help you out with your queries. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this, and thanks for watching this video.